Okay guys, so I'm about to show you guys the big three wonderful exercises for your spine. Just a heads up, I want you guys to focus always on quality over quantity, okay? If you can do 3 perfect reps of an exercise, but you get to the 4th rep and you can't perform it with precise, great movement patterns and movement quality, then stop there, okay? I want you guys to perfect each one of these exercises because it makes all the difference, okay? Now, here's how you're going to perform these. So you're going to perform, before you even perform the rep, I want you guys to brace your core. So activate your core. Imagine that somebody was going to try to punch you in your stomach. You'd brace naturally, right? You'd brace for the punch. That's what I want you guys to do. So just lightly squeeze and brace your tummy right before you perform each rep, okay? Then as you perform each rep, what you're going to do is you're going to hold each one of the reps for 10 seconds a piece, and then you're going to completely relax your body for 10 seconds, okay? Then you're going to brace again. Once you're braced, perform the rep, hold the rep for 10 seconds while bracing your tummy, while bracing your core, okay? And then relax for another 10 seconds, and then just keep repeating that over and over and over again, okay? You need those 10 seconds of rest break because especially for people who are in pain, you need to let your muscles relax. And also, you're gonna be like fatigued super easily in the beginning, okay? So you need that time to completely relax, okay? And also for those of you who are in pain, these exercises, even though they're really, really good exercise, they still cause a little bit of compression to the spine, and some of you guys are compression intolerant, okay? So that's another reason why we need those 10 seconds of rest breaks. So just to reiterate what you're gonna do before you actually begin performing the exercise in each rep, you're gonna brace your abs. Brace your abs for the punch. Then you're gonna perform the exercise with your braced abs and hold it for 10 seconds. And then you're going to completely relax for 10 seconds and just repeat that over and over and over again, okay? What I want you guys to aim for is 6 reps, right? Then 4 reps, and then 2 reps for each exercise, okay? So 6, 4, 2, descending pyramid style is what this is called, okay? Let me know what you guys think, and if you get to do them, again, follow this just as I just described, okay? And that way you'll be performing them properly, and you won't be fatiguing yourself, and you won't be overstressing your lower back and your joints, okay? Y'all enjoy. Hate me like your French girl.
Exercise number 1 is the McGill curl up. For this, you begin by lying down on your back. You bring one of your knees up, and you place one hand underneath your lumbar spine in order to preserve its natural curve. Now lightly brace as if you're going to get punched, and lightly bring your head and neck off of the ground. Hold this for about 10 seconds, and then come back down and completely relax for another 10 seconds, and then we'll repeat this once again. Now, I want you guys to notice I'm barely even bringing my neck and my head off of the carpet. It's just a slight movement. I'd like for you guys to also notice that I'm steadily feeling around my abdomen, making sure that my muscles are firing up properly. I have a tendency to do this, and now it's a habit. I just like to ensure things are firing properly. Now, something you can also do, guys, is lightly bring your elbows off of the carpet. See, I just did it here, and it adds an extra effect as well. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise as well. Now, this is how you don't perform a curl up. We're not trying to full on do a curl up like I just did there. I brought my whole thoracic spine and my neck up. It was a little excessive. See, I did it once again. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a very subtle recruitment of your musculature, not anything big. Especially for those of you who are in a lot of pain, you probably won't be able to tolerate doing a full sit-up or doing a full curl up, because that's a lot of compressive load to the spine, and some people don't tolerate that. Again, I always want to remind you guys to consider quality over quantity. The McGill curl up is designed to retrain your anterior core and begin to rebuild your endurance and your activity tolerance. Now we're going to move on to exercise 2 of the McGill Big 3, which is the side bridge. And we're going to start in the easiest form. So you're going to lie down on your side. Then you're going to bring your hips and your knees at a 90-degree angle. Then you'll come up on your elbow and almost squeeze it into the ground to activate your lats. Then you'll hip thrust forward and up, and you're going to hold this position for 10 seconds. Then come back down and relax for 10 seconds. Notice how straight my form is. Everything's in line. My knees, my torso, and my neck is all straight. It's very important that you have the most optimal posture when you're performing this. Your lats are a huge stabilizer when it comes to the lower back. So for this reason, I want you guys to put the arm that's in the air and lightly drive into your hip. That way your lats are activated. They're really important when it comes to stabilizing the spine. Now here in option 2, what I'm doing is clamping down on my shoulder, almost like I'm bear hugging myself, and you get the same concept there. You're activating your lats with this. I added a little comment. I'm beginning to lose my form here, in case you haven't noticed. So that was how to do the side bridge properly. Now we're going to see how you don't do it. So now look at me this time. This time I'm going straight up into the air into one side instead of thrusting forward. It's a totally different move. There's more shear stress on my spine when I do it in this manner. And now here, I'm just being lazy and not bringing my hip fully into the air. Notice how my spine is curved. Instead of it being a nice straight arrow, it's curved. All right, now we're going to talk about a side bridge progression. So this is the intermediate level of the side bridge. You're going to start by lying down on your side, place the top foot in front of the bottom foot, and then bring your hips into the air and hold for 10 seconds. After that, you're going to relax for 10 seconds. Now notice how I have my hands on my hips. That's to improve my lat recruitment. When you recruit your lats, it improves your spine stabilization automatically. Don't be surprised if one side is weaker or has less endurance than the other. Do what you can and keep working to balance out each side. The more you do it, the more you'll improve, the stronger and the better endurance that you'll have overall. And here's how not to do it, guys. This is me showing improper form. So if you notice, my form isn't completely flush, it's not straight. And in a second here, look at my neck posture. You see how I'm hanging down? So a lot of us don't realize it, but this does affect us, especially when you have nerve pain going on. And now we'll talk about the advanced version of the side bridge. So now we're adding a rotational component to it where you have to maintain spinal stability while you're rotating. So look at my lumbar spine here. If you notice, I'm not really moving as I'm switching directions. Now in a second here, I think this is where I lose it. So I lose it when I'm on my left side. I have a little bit more difficulty with control and stability on that side. But if you notice on this other side, I'm good. My spine isn't moving at all. This is great. And now we'll talk about exercise number 3 of the McGill Big 3, which is the bird dog. I love this exercise, guys. It feels so good if you properly do it. So we're going to start by being on all fours, and we're going to go through the beginner level. You're going to brace your core, and then you're going to bring one arm straight out in front of you. Now notice the lumbar spine should not budge. You guys see that circle up there? My spine isn't moving at all. And you're going to switch between arms, hold each side for 10 seconds a piece. Once you got that down, we're going to progress it just a bit, and we're actually going to kick our leg straight back. So you'll notice that here in a little bit. Always keep your spine braced when you're doing this. Make sure that that curve isn't moving at all. I highly recommend anybody who's experiencing any kind of back pain, or has had any back pain in the past, or is even a power lifter or big weight lifter, I highly recommend these exercises, guys. I can't recommend them enough. Do them every day and you'll see just a huge, vast difference in your symptoms, I promise you. I did it myself and it helped me out so much. Master these and I promise your life will be completely different. Now you see I'm beginning to kick straight back. Now we're engaging our glute and more of our multifidi in our back. This is a slight progression from reaching out with your arm. Now we'll keep progressing into the intermediate level of the bird dog, which is where you're reaching out with one arm straight in front of you, and then you're reaching back with the opposing lower extremity. So you're reaching forward and back at the same time. Remember, always brace before beginning the exercise. And with this, I want you to imagine that you're reaching straight out and straight behind you, instead of trying to bring your arm and your leg up. Notice my spine still is barely even moving. In a second, we'll see what improper form looks like when it comes to the bird dog. So now here, this is what I see a lot of people do. They tend to try to excessively reach up. Instead of thinking of reaching out in front of them and out behind them, they try to reach up and almost do like a Superman. And this causes excessive extension at the spine, and for some people that triggers their pain. For me, actually here, I felt quite a bit of pain when I did it on my right side. So notice how much more movement there is at the spine there. I'm exaggerating it, but this is what quite a few people tend to do. And the more you do it, the better it'll get, the easier it'll get, and the more it'll help with your symptoms. And that's been it for the big 3, guys.
Well, guys, that's it for this particular video. I hope this helped. I hope you guys took something away from it and were able to learn something new. Please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like this helped you out. And also share it with your friends and family if you know of anybody that is struggling with any sorts of back injuries or backaches.
Zeke, man. Zeke, okay, I hear you. Hey, let's go over here. Let's go over here. No. Stop it. Hey, I'm recording, okay? Hey, no, hey, back up.